What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Please someone go and check on Sam Levinson's laptop. Someone go and check Sam Levinson's hard drive, effective immediately. I mean, like right now in this moment. Anyone in close proximity to this man, please go and check the laptop, because you even strongly believe that this guy is not innocent. He is creepy and has this dark, twisted mind. I mean, my goodness, when are we as people gonna have a break from him? I don't want to see this man's face again. I don't. There's a special place in hell for people who move like this, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Sam Levinson and his whole shenanigans, his creepy ass shenanigans. I mean, he has literally revealed himself to us, and some people are still out here defending him. Like, no, it's just, it's all about art. If you don't get it, then you don't get it. Bitch, you're just as bad as him. Can you not see what he's doing in broad daylight in 4K right for us to see? He's making it very clear that he's creepy. The way he writes and produces, even the birds are chirping because they're like, what? That's their way of showing confusion too, darling. Anyways, what prompted this video is a photo of Sydney Sweeney where she's playing Cassie for Euphoria season 3, which is coming out real soon. And she's got a pacifier in her mouth, legs spread open, and 2 pigtails. And I said, bitch, get up. The money couldn't have been that good to the point where you were literally humiliating yourself. And then I was thinking, like, is there some sort of like humiliation ritual between Sam Levinson and Sydney Sweeney? Just because someone says drop and give me 50 doesn't mean you have to. Okay, just because someone tells you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. And she's also mentioned that in the past, years ago, that Sam Levinson will suggest certain things, but I chose not to be nude. But instead, you chose to be with pigtails, legs spread open, from north to east, and a pacifier in your mouth. What? You know exactly what you're doing. You're just as bad and you're the problem. And Sydney Sweeney's agents, I don't know how you keep allowing these things to happen. I mean, these people are just money hungry at this point and just creepy. You're telling on yourself, and I'm not here for it at all. Now, season 3 is coming out in a couple of days. Let me know if you guys are going to be watching it. Every time I see anything Euphoria related, I just gain a headache. Like, I have to take a paracetamol. Like, I just can't do it, okay? I told you guys over my second channel that I will review the episodes, and you guys were really here for it. Guys, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I feel safe watching Euphoria. I mean, season 1, I enjoyed it personally. It was the hair, the makeup, it was giving, like, the storylines. Yes, it was chaos, and Rue was pissing me off. Absolutely. But I still watched. It was still giving something. I mean, it changed the world. Let's be real. It was a teen show that just was huge. And we're going to talk about it because I have a script written over here, because you guys know I just go on tangents. We need to stick to the script. And I need to go ahead and keep on exposing Sam Levinson and have my foot on his neck, because what a vile man, all right? We'll get onto that in just a second. But with season 1, like, it was something that the world was just kind of like, oh, we see Zendaya here, but we weren't familiar with some of the other actresses or actors. And then we were watching the show weekly, every Sunday. And again, I was taking paracetamol. Rue would piss me off every time. I'm just like, girl, put the drugs down. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but you know when you're just like angry watching a show? That's where we were at, okay? But the season 1 wasn't even as bad as like season 2. Season 3, however, the trailers that have been coming out, I'm like, how do we go from high school students in high school and we're now in a desert? What in the Fast and Furious is going on? The direction of the show has absolutely disappointed me. I know the season 3 is not out yet, but like, you can even tell that nobody wants to talk about Euphoria no more. You got Zendaya who's like, you know what, girl, bye, okay? I'd rather promote anything but this. I will turn up the red carpet. You're not going to see me with the other cast members hugging, because it's not giving all of that. I truly believe that toxicness is happening on set. The same way that people were coming out to talk about the toxicity that was happening on the set of The Idol, which is another project Sam Levinson had. So nobody's lying when they say this man is just creepy, unprofessional, probably shouldn't be directing or producing shows, no matter how much of a success it is, but instead get help or be behind bars. When you look at someone and you're just like, you know what, this person just looks like they don't, but you can't prove it. Yeah. Sam Levinson's telling on himself with the writing, because Why are you so obsessed with like, I get it, he's probably writing from his perspective of, you know, drug misuse and him having this toxic relationship with drugs when he was a teenager, which we're going to talk about in just a second, okay? But he takes it to another level. It's like adult child relationships. It's like it's just twisted thing that he has in his brain, and I don't want to see no one defend him. I don't want to see it. Sam Levinson has no thought behind them eyes. You look at him and I'm like, bitch, you even blink? He said he's been sober for 14 years. Is the sober in the room with us? Now, maybe from drugs, sure. But I believe he's got other addictions that he probably don't want no one to... But we see it, because we're not dumb. Anyways, the photo of Sydney Sweeney playing Cassie, legs spread open, pacifier in her mouth and out, pigtails. Girl, you need to stand up. You need to stand up. The money can't be that good. Like, money isn't everything. You've already got so much. Girl, it's not by force. You have no morals. You have no backbone. I've always said this about Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Girl, you got no backbone. You are so reliant on men. I've said this in my like Sydney Sweeney videos that I've made as of like last year. You need to have a man in your corner to feel like something. You're just trash, okay? So, like, no one forced you to do this. No one held a gun against your head and said, if you don't do this, team... No, that didn't happen. Because in the past, you told Sam Levinson, hey, I don't need to be nude all the time. And he was like, okay, cool. We'll just, like, lessen the scenes, whatever. So, you're horrible. You're trash. And honestly, I can't even say I'm disappointed. How can I be disappointed in someone who constantly is a letdown? Glad we got that out of the way. What an intro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that we have to do this deep dive. But it needs to be done. With Euphoria coming out just around the corner, I know I'm going to be pissed watching so many scenes and thinking like, Sam Levinson, how could you? But also, why am I thinking how? I'm thinking of, oh my God, he strikes again. How does he constantly get the green light? Hollywood is just trash. Hollywood, more like. Even Zendaya wants nothing to do with him. I really wonder what happened between the two of them. It's crazy because like Sam Levinson once upon a time blamed Zendaya for the reason as to why filming hadn't begun with Euphoria. But then Zendaya's like, no, I'm here. I've got no obligations right now. Don't put that on me. Period. Sam Levinson is the creator of the HBO series Euphoria. Euphoria debuted June the 16th, 2019. That's actually my birthday. 16th of June, Gemini. So that was Sam Levinson's gift to me. Now, at the time, I didn't know that Sam Levinson was like hell on earth. Didn't know anything about him at all, but as the show kept going, we learned so many more things about Sam Levinson. I mean, the show was huge, for goodness sake. So that was Sam Levinson's gift to me on my birthday back in 2019, where I would have turned 19. Okay? I don't know whether I should give him his 10s and say thank you. Doesn't feel right complimenting Sam Levinson, so we're not going to. The show went on to become a huge success. From the soundtrack, makeup, looks, and outfits, but also the chaos. It was something that kept the viewers hooked. The show averaged 5.6 million viewers per episode. It became HBO's youngest skewing drama and second most tweeted about show, right behind the Game of Thrones at the time, driven by intense social media buzz and strong digital viewership. Season 2 was even more successful than the first, doubling its average viewership. The cast grew in following and have gone on to become polarizing actors before our eyes. And honorable mention, Zendaya, of course, who's absolutely killing it, like a full-on movie star, mind you. Zendaya is booked and busy, like the whole entire year, booked and busy. She's got this project coming out, that project coming out, this one. I'm like, girl, can you keep up? No, I can't. I'm gonna try to. But the sad part is she said that after this year, like she's gonna go on a break because she doesn't want to be in our face too much. But it's like, men don't have the same sentiment. Girl, we want to see you more. How about that? Sam Levinson had opened up about his drug abuse in the past, which heavily influenced the raw and intense portrayal of substance abuse on the show. He said, I spent the majority of my teenage years in and out of hospitals, rehabs, and halfway houses. I was a drug addict, and I'd take anything and everything until I couldn't hear or breathe or feel. In an emotional speech ahead of the screening, Sam Levinson revealed his dark past with drugs, admitting that somewhere around the age of 16, I resigned myself to the idea that drugs could kill me and there was no reason to fight it. I would just let it take me over and over again. I'd make peace with that. By the time I was 19, I was in rehab. I checked in and was trying to get off of opiates and onto a more productive drug like crystal meth so that he could do the writing he loves so much. Oh? Girl, what? He started to think about what his legacy would be like if he died right then. and then realized I'm a liar, I'm a thief, and I'm an addict. I've been shitty to almost every person in my life. He don't sound like that. How does Sam Levinson even sound? Because girl, when I see him, I don't even want to click no goddamn video. If I see him in a thumbnail, I'm like, nope, you. Baby, bye, bye, bye. No, thank you. I think I'll pass this time, okay? I'm a liar, I'm a thief, I'm an addict. I've been shitty to almost every person in my life that I love. And I had a moment where I thought, I don't feel that inside. I think I'm a better person than that. Sam realized that if he stopped doing drugs, he could become a better person. And now he's been clean for 14 years. I don't know whether I'm meant to stand up and clap, but I don't want to clap. Okay, but if you right now have been sober and clean, congratulations to you. Well done. It's not hard to be, it's not easy, sorry, to beat any type of addiction, let alone drugs. So, but let's talk about Sydney Sweeney and Sam Levinson's weird ass relationship, okay? I don't like Sydney Sweeney. I think she's shown her true colors. She's somebody who just loves male attention and seeks male validation. She can't stand on her own. She needs a man in her corner fighting. Like, you want to be known for your artistry, but is the artistry in the room of us? No, it's not. And also, I thought she was like a really good actress playing Cassie, but now I'm like, babes, it's not giving acting though, is it? In an interview in 2022 with The Independent, Sydney Sweeney opened up about her reluctance to film new scenes for the show. Now, in the entirety of season 1 was just giving nipple hair. Now, I'm just like, Sydney, darling, it was a lot. Throughout Euphoria's first season, Sydney Sweeney's character was shown topless several times. Sam Levinson had apparently wanted to continue this into season 2. However, it was changed at Sydney Sweeney's request. So what I'm hearing is wait a second. So what I'm hearing is that Sydney Sweeney can stand up for herself, but oftentimes chooses not to. I feel like in season 2, I don't know, I'm gonna have to rejog my memory. I don't think we saw Sydney Sweeney like in like that, the way we saw her in season 1 in terms of like nudity. Oh, Sydney Sweeney can request for things. Instead, loves to humiliate herself, and that's why I'm like, this has to be some sort of humiliation ritual. I don't know what he's promised you, whether you're gonna have the biggest and best career ever, but darling, you genuinely look a fool. Cassie is going to be doing OF in season 3. She's going to be an OF girly. God. Why? There's no shade to the OF girlies and the guys and the days. But my thing is like, how did we get there? Do people not understand the amount of pervs that exist in this world? So them seeing a photo like that, where she's basically trying to look like a baby. Oh my God, I've got a headache again. God damn it, where's my paracetamol? Bitch, I need something stronger than paracetamol. I need the Nurofen. Because my head is starting to ache. So it has been told to you or suggested to you that Sydney Sweeney, we need you in pigtails. We need you to have a pacifier in your mouth and open your legs. As far wide, pretend you're giving birth, like open them, okay? And you just do it. And don't say it's all in the sake of acting. Girl, it's never that deep. Nobody ever requested to see this type of scene apart from a pervert. She said, there are moments where Cassie was supposed to be shirtless and I would tell Sam, I don't think that's necessary here. This is what you had to say. When was this again? In 2022. But for season 3, you didn't mind just busting your legs open, tease them out through the shirt and a pacifier. The choices this woman makes is absolutely horrendous to me. But she knows that she's good. She's still going to be booked and busy. She's got a billionaire by her arm, Scooter Braun. She's got another billionaire invested in her lingerie company. So she don't give a flying monkey about what you and I think. You know what? I've already dragged her enough when it came to the whole American Eagle commercial. I'm Sydney Sweeney and I have good... Girl, you look a mess. You've only looked good 5 times in your career on a red carpet moment. A lot of times you don't give. You wear the tightest of tightest corsets, but we know you ain't even built like that, and that's okay. Because bodies look different. But you trying to always put the tightest of tightest corset when you're more like this instead of that. And then again, there's no shade. Whenever there's a scandal, we got to get these out. Like, honestly, Sydney Sweeney, you've made your bed. And then she said he was like, okay, we don't need it. And she said, I never felt like Sam has pushed it on me or was trying to get a nude scene into Euphoria. When I didn't want to do it, he didn't make me. Following the interview, several fans took to Twitter to question why Sam had wanted to include excessive amounts of nudity in the first place. And I agree with that. The nudity in season 1, it wasn't only from, it was mainly from Cassie's character, but we're just seeing men's genitals within the first 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh! There was that one scene with Nate Jacobs when he was in the locker room and there was just a man like just shaking it. And I'm like, ah! It's not that deep. It's never that serious. Please stop. Please, God, no. Anyways, let me stop. Shortly after that interview had come out, so Chloe Cherry, who plays the character Faye and was a former PORN star, told the Daily Beast about her first date on the set of Euphoria for the role of the heroin addict Faye. The first scene, when Faye's boyfriend, who is played by Tyler Chase, stuffs her into a motel vent, she was supposed to be completely naked. Of course she was. Any chance Sam Levinson can get someone to be naked, he's gonna write that in there and have you be naked. She said, it probably would have been more comfortable had we had a little more time to know each other. Period. You don't know a single goddamn fact about me, but you want me to be naked in 3 seconds. Sorry? This is wickedness, if you ask me. This is cruel behavior. I need to know desperately what is going on the Euphoria sets. It's a dark show, so imagine what is going on behind the scenes. So she said it probably would have been more comfortable had we had a little more time to know each other. Sam wanted me to do the scene with me completely naked, and Tyler was like, that's a lot. So they decided not to. So it took a man having to get involved to tell you no, Sam. So I decided not to, but I was covered in fake blood and just felt so good being on set. Now listen, this is like a big moment for her, going from, being an adult star to coming on a big show, a huge show on HBO. So she's just thinking like, you know what, I'm gonna get my job done. This is the character that I'm playing. I'm excited to be here. But even she was like, no, we don't have any type of relationship. You don't know me like that, but you want me to be naked. As opposed to Sydney, who spoke up for herself, it was Cherry's co-stars who helped voice her discomfort. This raised concerns about actors who don't feel like they have the power to speak up about the discomfort on set. I can imagine a lot of the times people are like, hey, I don't really want to do this scene, or how maybe less of this, but they can't probably vocalize that because then they're probably told, hey, whose show is this? It's not yours. Oh, could you imagine Sam Levinson hitting them with the, hey, I know what I'm doing. Hey. We have the #1 show, remember? More of this. This is the thing about working with people in huge positions of power. It's kind of like, how much of a say do you really have? Because Sydney Sweeney could suggest certain things, and yes, he would listen. But I don't know, Sam Levinson was like a tough cookie, a tough person. Like, you just walk on set and you're like, hey, maybe we don't do this. And he's probably like, no, we do. No, we do. I know exactly where I'm writing here. Just trust me. I see the vision. Trust me on this one. And it's like, well, girl, I've got bills to pay. But then again, when you're Sydney Sweeney, bitch, you can already pay them bills because you've made millions of dollars already. And that's, I'm just like, girl, how much did they pay you this season for you to look even more ridiculous? I just hope we don't have to hear her crying because I can't do it. And I hope Maddie takes revenge on Cassie. And as for you, Nate Jacobs, you're a weirdo, but I hope that you dump her ass. But also, if you dump someone like Cassie, she may just kill herself. So, in an article that I read, it said Sam Levinson later sent Cherry an email asking her to audition for the role of Amy, a stripper and drug addict, after becoming a fan of hers on Instagram due to her sense of humor. Bearing in mind, no shade to Chloe, but a lot of Chloe's content, it looked like she could be, she was literally an adult star. So when you're saying sense of humor, leave that out the door. Leave the sarcasm out the door, because we know what you meant by that. You were a fan of her work and you thought, hey, we need to bring her on the show. And then you tried to make her go naked every chance that you got, but she said no. You were surprised that she said no because, oh, she's an adult star. Just be so for real about it. Let's go and talk a little bit about The Idol. Now, The Idol was a show that I could not make to the end. I really tried to like watch it and see like what's the hype about. But then you have The Weeknd and I'm like, okay. And his acting was absolutely trash. The Weeknd can't act. Please don't do that again. Stick to music. Stick to music. I'm saying that whilst having The Weeknd poster on my wall. Yes, I prefer him doing music. Acting, not your bag. Just because you have the connections doesn't mean you have to make those phone calls and try to get into the acting space. It was a creepy, dark show. I saw this and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and include it in today's video. So someone over on Reddit said, am I the only one who thinks the idol is a huge red flag for Sam Levinson as a person? Well, duh. And she said, I don't know who that is, but they said, it's not so much that there is a ton of sex, but it's that it's non-consensual and portrayed in such a way that you are left under the impression he thinks that's a good thing. It also feels like a little self-report. How Kevin Spacey would do a wink and a nod knowing anyone not in the know wouldn't get it. However, it was a way to exert power over those he was abusing, because it was the equivalent of saying, I can do whatever I want and there is nothing you can do about it. Well, yes. A grown man sleeping with underage girls. I mean, Sam Levinson, show me your laptop, please. And the ones in your storage unit too, because girl, make it make sense. 911, what's your emergency? There is a creep on the loose who's telling on himself and no one's doing anything about it. There was an article that came out from the Rolling Stone back in 2023, and the headline was The Idol, how HBO's next Euphoria became twisted torture. I really want to know when someone is going to do like a tell or sit down. This is what I've had to endure being around Sam Levinson. This is how Sam Levinson treated me. Like, I really do think that time was going to come, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, when everybody's done with Euphoria and nobody brings up Euphoria anymore because everyone's just so huge from other projects, all right? If you guys haven't had the chance to read the Rolling Stone article, please do read it. I remember when it came out at the time, I read it and I was just like, this is detailed, this is great, and thank you. More people are talking about how twisted the show truly was. I mean, the concept of it was so unnecessary. The acting was trash. The soundtrack ate. But that's about it. In interviews with 13 members of the show's cast, and we're talking about the Idol here, and crew, Rolling Stone has learned the drastic delay was because I remember they kept talking about how this show was meant to come out at this point and that point. And I'm like, why is there always a delay when it comes to any Sam Levinson show? I'm just happy that this time he ain't got Zendaya to blame. So who you gonna blame it on now? So yeah, there was delays when it came to the show. It was meant to come out at this point, but it came out a lot later. So Rolling Stone had learnt that the drastic delay was caused by Sam taking over as director and scrapping the nearly finished $54 to $75 million project to rewrite. Guys, I have my retainer in. The show was initially supposed to be written, allegedly, by Amy Simons, I think that's how you pronounce her name, but reports suggest that she was kicked off 80% of the way through production because, allegedly, The Weeknd felt that her direction was heading in a more female perspective. Following her departure, Sam Levinson took over, scrapping much of the original work to steer the series towards a different, more sexualized and controversial tone, according to reports. Now, let's go back and talk a bit about season 3 Euphoria again. That's why we're going to sum up this video. Sydney Sweeney, you are a clown. Because we know that her character in season 3 is going to be doing OnlyFans. I'm going to assume that maybe someone requested for her to dress up this way so that she can make money. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Like, if we end up watching it anyways, we will see as time goes on. But that's like my idea of what's possibly happened here. The age play revolts me. When I saw the photo, I was like, say this ain't so. This has to be some sort of, like, I don't know. Because I was about to blame it on AI, but it's not AI though, if it's actually from a trailer of Euphoria that they posted themselves. We can't blame everything on AI. Why are you constantly a doormat for men? Why do you want that for yourself? Thank you for watching this video. I know it was super duper long, but we just had so much to get on into. I hope you guys enjoyed today's conversation. I would love to hear what it is that you guys have to say down below in the comment section. I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye!